Hi everyone. So in the last session we have discussed about equivalence of finite automata with regular expressions, right? Where we need to concentrate on two things, that is construction of finite automata for a given regular expression and construction of regular expression for a given finite automata, right? So in this session we are going to discuss about construction of a finite automata for a regular expression. A regular expression will be given to you. You have to construct its equivalent finite automata. We already know from regular expression, it is easy to obtain non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions. Non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions from a regular expression. Okay. So we have this way. Now, if you want to construct non-deterministic finite automata without epsilon transitions, first you have to construct non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions for a given regular expression, and then you have to construct NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon transitions. This is the way. Now, if you want to construct deterministic finite automata for a given regular expression, then first you need to construct non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions for a given regular expression, and then you have to construct this non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions to deterministic finite automata. You already know about these conversions among finite automata, right? So by using conversions, you can obtain NFA without epsilon transitions and DFA for a given regular expression, because there is a simple way, very easy way, in which a non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions can be constructed for a regular expression, okay. Now, before getting into the regular expression, before getting into the construction of finite automata for a regular expression, let us see some simple finite automatas regarding regular expressions, okay. Now, the finite automata for regular expression that contains no operations means zero operations. No operations are performed. So for them, let us see the finite automatas. Now, first regular expression is phi. Phi is a regular expression. Okay, phi means what? Nothing is getting accepted in a finite automata. Not even the epsilon, not even empty string can be accepted by the finite automata. If a regular expression is phi, right? You already know this, right? Now, a finite automata that is representing this phi is this. Now see this, you have two states. Q0 is the initial state and Q1 is the final state. And there is no transition from the initial state to final state on any input symbol. Means nothing is getting accepted. If you reach the final state, it means that you are getting accepted something, right? But here there is no transitions at all from initial state to final state, right? So this is a finite automata which is representing this regular expression phi. Okay. Now suppose epsilon is our regular expression. Epsilon means what? Epsilon is accepted, means empty string is accepted by our finite automata. Now see this, we have only one state Q0, it is the initial state as well as the final state, means epsilon can be accepted, right? Q0 can move from Q0 to itself. Itself means epsilon can be accepted, you already know, right? So epsilon can be represented by a finite automata in which initial state itself as a final state. So this is the finite automata representing epsilon. Now, if a regular expression is A, means what? Only A is accepted, only the string A is accepted. The finite automata regarding that regular expression A is this. Now see here, you have two states, Q0 is the initial state, Q1 is the final state, and from initial state to final state you have one transition on input symbol A. On input symbol A means only A can be accepted by this finite automata. Okay, but do our regular expressions will be of like this only? without any operations? No, right? Our regular expressions will contain one or more operations. It will be a combination of operations such as union, concatenation, Kleene plus, Kleene closure, right? You already know operations, union, concatenation, Kleene plus, Kleene closure. So our regular expression will be combination of these operations, right? So we have to construct a finite automata for a regular expression which is a combination of these operations, right? So before getting into the actual construction of finite automata for a regular expression which will contain one or more operations, first let us see finite automatas individually. Means finite automata for union operation, regular expression regarding union, next for regular expression with concatenation, and finite automata for regular expression with Kleene plus, and then for Kleene closure. So let us see them individually. You already know for a regular expression we can construct NFA with epsilon transitions. So now let us see NFA with epsilon transitions for all these operations individually. Okay. Now if two regular expressions R1 is A and R2 is B, means what? R1 is a regular expression which is represented by A. A is our regular expression, means A is accepted by this finite automata. Next R2 is B, means only B is getting accepted by the finite automata. So you have to construct finite automatas for this. So before getting into the operations, means regarding union, concatenation, Kleene plus, Kleene closure, first let us construct finite automatas for these two regular expressions R1 and R2. You already know for finite automata for regular expression with no operations, right? Now see here, finite automata for R1, only A is getting accepted, so only A. Then R2, only B is getting accepted, right? Now you have to combine them. First operation is union, right? Union means what? Combination. Combining means either this or this. So union of R1 and R2 means either A can be accepted or B can be accepted, right? Now I have just drawn, I have used 4 states and I have drawn transitions among them with A and B. Now your finite automata should accept either A or B, not both. It can accept A or it can accept B, that's it, right? So here there are no initial and final states, right? So now I am adding initial and final states. So Q0 is my initial state and Q5 is my final state. Now from Q0, from initial state, you should have transition to the final state in order to get accepted, right? Now union means what? Either A can be accepted and B can be accepted, right? So for this I need to add epsilon transitions from initial state to these both states and one more epsilon transitions from Q2 to Q4 states. I mean Q2 to Q5 and Q4 to Q5 states. Okay. Now let us see. I have added epsilon transitions from Q0 to Q1, Q0 to Q3 and Q2 to Q5 and Q4 to Q5. Means what? See here. So this finite automata is accepting A or B. A or B. Now see here, from initial state Q0, you can traverse in this direction, empty followed by A, empty, means a string A is getting accepted. Next B, see, empty, B and then empty, means what? B is getting accepted. So this is the finite automata representing union operation among regular expressions. Okay. Now let us see their concatenation. Concatenation means what? One after other, adding one after other. Now see here, concatenating R1, R2 means R1 dot R2. R1 comes first and R2 comes next. You already know these two. Now you have to combine them. And the finite automata should accept A, B. First it should come A and then B. The string AB can be accepted. You already know about concatenation, right? Placing, adding one after other. So first R1, then R2 is added at the end, means A and B. So the string AB should get accepted. So A, B, in between that I have added epsilon transition. So see here, from initial state you are moving to Q1 on input symbol A, and then from Q1 to Q2 on input symbol epsilon, and from Q2 to Q3, which is the final state, on input symbol B. Means A, B is getting accepted. The string AB is getting accepted, which is nothing but the concatenation, right? So concatenation should be represented like this. Okay? Union in this way, A or B, right? So you have to add epsilon transitions in this way, either A or B for all regular expressions, not only for AB. If I have 0, 1, then also 0, 1 followed by all these epsilons. So concatenation means one after other. In between you have to add one epsilon transitions. Okay, now let us see further closure. Cleany plus. First we will see the Cleany plus and then we will go to closure. You already know the difference between Cleany plus and Cleany closure, right? Cleany plus, it is going to accept any combinations, all the strings with any combinations except epsilon. It will exclude epsilon, whereas Cleany closure will include epsilon. That's the only difference. So without epsilon, first we will see regarding Cleany plus, and then we will go with the Cleany closure. Now see here, finite automata for Cleany plus, that is R1 plus. R1 is nothing but A, right? A to the power of plus means A Cleany plus. Now let's see. See this finite automata, you have A. From initial state to Q1 you have epsilon transition. From Q1 to Q2 you have A transition on input symbol A, and from Q2 to Q5, which is the final state, you have epsilon transition. Means this finite automata is accepting single A, only one A. But your Cleany plus means what? R1 Cleany plus means it should accept all the strings with any number of A's. Except epsilon. Empties cannot be accepted, but it can accept any number of A's. Now only one A is getting accepted in this finite automata, right? But A's should get repeated, single A, then 2 A's, 3 A's, 4 A's, 5 A's. Any number of A's should get accepted, right? For that, I am adding one epsilon transition here. Now see here. Q1 to Q2 you have on input symbol A, transition on input symbol A. Now Q2 to Q1 I am adding one transition on input symbol epsilon. Now see this finite automata. From Q0 to Q1 it can traverse empty, then A, then to final state. So single A is accepted. Now I want to accept 2 A's. Now see here. 1 A is getting accepted. After this A, I can move through this transition again to Q1 on epsilon. Again I can traverse from Q1 to Q2. So 2 A's accepted. Now suppose I want to accept 3 A's. A, then epsilon, then one more A, then epsilon, then one more A. And then you can reach the final state. Means see here, by adding this transition, by adding this epsilon transition, it is accepting any number of A's. A's can get repeated. See, 1A, then again epsilon, second A, epsilon, third A, epsilon. Means any number of A's are getting accepted by this finite automata. So this is the finite automata which is represented for Cleany plus of R1. Okay? For now, Cleany closure for R1. Cleany closure means what? It should accept strings with any number of A's. R1 means A, right? With any number of A's including epsilon. Cleany plus it will not include epsilon. Cleany closure it will include epsilon, right? So we have already seen a finite automata accepting any number of A's, right? Now this finite automata For this finite automata, you have to make this finite automata even to accept epsilon also. Kleene closure means it should it should accept even epsilon, right? No, now simply I can add one epsilon transition from initial state to final state like this. Now see here, epsilon is accepted, 1a is accepted, 2a's, 3a's, 4a's, any number of a's. Epsilon is accepted and any number of a's are getting accepted. So this is a finite automata representing closure. Representing closure. Okay, remember this. In place of this, you can keep anything in order to get the Kleene closure. Suppose I want to get Kleene closure of R2, then simply B. Now see here, epsilon is accepted, single B is accepted, 2 B's, 3 B's, any number of B's are getting accepted. So in this way, you can construct finite automata representing for Kleene closure of a regular expression. Okay, so now we have seen finite automatas individually regarding union, regarding concatenation, regarding Kleene plus and regarding Kleene closure, right? Now let us construct finite automata for regular expressions with combination of these operations. Now see here, construct finite automata for regular expression 0 union 1 closure means you have to construct finite automata for this regular expression which is closure of 0 union 1. Union, closure of union. Okay, so we have two combinations here. One is union operation and another one is closure operation. First union should be performed and then you have to perform its closure on that particular union. Okay, now let us construct finite automata for this. Let R1 is 0 and R2 is 1. Regular expression. Here I am taking names for this. So R1 be 0 and R2 be 1. Okay, now I am constructing finite automatas for R1 and R2 means representing 0 and representing 1. Okay. Now let us construct the finite automata for union. First you have to construct for union and then you have to make its closure. Right? Now union. Union means you already know. 0 and 1. You have to add epsilon transitions for these states from initial state and then from these states to final state you have to add epsilon transitions. So this is the finite automata representing union R1 plus R2, that is 0 union 1. Okay. Now union is completed. Now you have to construct finite automata representing closure of this union. Right? Now see here. This is the union 0 plus 1. Right? Now for the closure, I am adding this epsilon transition from initial state and final state. From this state to final state I am adding epsilon transition. Okay, I have already said how to represent union. In between you can use anything, but initial and final state you should add epsilon transitions, right? We already seen one example for closure. So in the same way here I am adding like this. Now see here, this finite automata is accepting either A or B. But what a closure means, 0 union 1 closure means what? It should accept any combination of 0 and 1. Means any number of zeros or any number of ones or any number of zeros and ones in a string with any order. So any combination of 0 and 1 can be accepted by this regular expression. So your finite automata should accept any combination of 0 and 1, right? So for this, for getting accepted any combination, you have to add one epsilon transition from this Q6 to Q1, where it is getting traveled for 0 and 1, right? So 0, 1. In order to move through these transitions, we have to pass Q1 to Q6, right? Q1 to Q6, on 0 you can move and on 1 you can move, right? So in order to accept any combinations, now you have to add epsilon transition from Q6 to Q1, Q6 to Q1. Now see here, I want to accept 0, then like this, epsilon, epsilon, 0, epsilon, epsilon, single 0 accepted, 1, epsilon, epsilon, 1, epsilon, epsilon, 1 is accepted. Now I want to accept 0, 0, 0, 0, epsilon, epsilon, 0, epsilon, again epsilon, epsilon, 0, epsilon, 2 zeros and then epsilon, 2 zeros accepted. Similarly 2 ones, see here. 2 ones means like this, epsilon, epsilon, 1, epsilon, again this epsilon, epsilon, 1, epsilon, 2 ones accepted. Suppose I want to accept 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Now see here, epsilon, epsilon, 0, epsilon, again epsilon, 1, 0 completed, 1. Now epsilon, 1, epsilon, 0, 1. Now 0, 1, 0 again, right? So epsilon, now 0, right? 0, 1, 0. Now what? 0, 0. Now epsilon, 1 more 0, epsilon, 1 more 0. See, any combinations can be accepted by this finite automata. By this finite automata, right? By adding this epsilon transition, you can accept any combinations. Okay? Now, your finite automata, your finite automata should even accept epsilon. We should even accept epsilon because it's a closure, not a Kleene plus, right? Kleene closure means what? It should accept any combinations of zeros and ones, including epsilon. See, this finite automata is accepting any combinations of zeros and ones. So now you have to add one transition which makes your finite automata to accept epsilon also. Okay, na? So how to add it? You have to add epsilon transition from Q0 to Q7, from initial state to final state. Now see here, epsilon is accepted, 0 accepted, 1 accepted, 0, 1 accepted. Any combination of zeros and ones are getting accepted, including epsilon. So this is our finite automata for the given regular expression 0 union 1 closure. Closure of 0 union 1. Okay, so in this way you can construct finite automata. Let's see one more example. Now, construct finite automata for the regular expression 1 union 0, 1 union 0 concatenated with 0 closure. 1 union 0 concatenated with 0 closure. Means this regular expression is a combination of 3 operations: union operation, closure operation and their concatenation. First you have to make union of 1 and 0 and then you have to find out closure of 0 and then you have to concatenate them. Okay, so it's a combination of 3 operations. Now let R1 is 0 and R2 is 1. See here, 1 union 0 is nothing but 0 union 1, right? Both are same, right? Now see here, R1 is 0, R2 is 1. So these are the finite automata representing R1 and R2. Now union, you already know how to construct union, right? Now this is a finite automata representing union of R1 and R2, that is 0 union 1 or 1 union 0. So this is a finite automata for union. Now for closure you have to construct. For closure, after closure you have to concatenate them, right? Now see here, this is the finite automata for R1 closure, that is 0 closure. Epsilon, then 0, a self like this, Q2 to Q1, again epsilon, then with epsilon to final state, and from initial to final state you have one more epsilon. So this is the finite automata representing 0 closure. You already know this, right? So now you have to concatenate finite automata for this union and then finite automata for the closure. You got separately, for union you got the finite automata, and for closure you got one more finite automata. These two finite automatas should be concatenated. For concatenation, you will be just adding one epsilon transitions between them, right? So, this is the finite automata representing this regular expression, that is concatenation of 1 and 0 and then 0 closure. Now see here, this is the finite automata for union operation, right? And this is the finite automata for closure, 0 closure. Now you have to concatenate them. So simply add one epsilon transition between them. So adding one after the other is nothing but concatenation, right? So first union operation concatenated with closure operation, and then at last final state. Is that clear about the construction of finite automata for the regular expressions? So we have, in this video, we have covered two examples. In first regular expression, we have worked with a combination of two operations. Union and closure. In our second examples, we have gone through a combination of three operations: union, closure, and their concatenation. Right? So in this way, you have to construct for all regular expressions. So simply you have to remember a simple finite automatas which I have taught for individually. For union, how it should be. For concatenation, how it should be. For closure and Kleene plus, right? So you have to keep them in mind. See, when you practice more and more problems, then you can have a clear idea about this construction of finite automata for regular expressions. Okay, I hope it's clear with this. So, in this video I have covered two examples. You have to solve these four regular expressions. You have to construct finite automatas for these four regular expressions. Okay, thank you.